emotional bombshell plus viewer question. The world's most unpleasant billionaire just cried in front of his entire executive team. Imagine this scene: Jeff Bezos, the man who once launched himself into space for fun, the owner of a multi-hundred-billion-dollar Amazon empire, is sitting in a boardroom in Seattle with a team of lawyers, CFOs, and top event specialists. Everyone is waiting for a 20-year-old girl from the Philippines to sign a $5 million contract, just to show up, just to play tennis. But then she says no. And she didn't just say no. She said something that forced one of the most powerful men on the planet, a man who has fired thousands of employees without blinking, who negotiates billion-dollar deals like he's grocery shopping, to turn away, wipe his tears, and take a full 30 seconds to regain his composure. This isn't a rumor. This isn't a PR stunt. Just 45 minutes before this video went live, sources inside Blue Origin leaked the details of this private meeting. And it is shaking not just the tennis world, but the entire sporting universe. So what did Alex Eala say? Why did a billionaire like Bezos cry? And more importantly, are you strong enough to turn down $5 million in the same situation? Before I reveal that moment, I want you to tell me, if it were you, what would you do? Drop your answer in the comments right now. And if you haven't subscribed to Pro Tennis 360, hit subscribe. Because stories like this, the stories of the human behind the racket, are the heart of our channel. We don't just talk about tennis. We talk about the values that make tennis worth watching. Now, let me tell you the whole story from the beginning. Alex Eala's 2025 miracle season. From promising to phenomenon. A journey beyond all expectations. To understand why this moment is so earth-shattering, you need to know who Alex Eala is and the miracle season she's had in 2025. In 2024, Alex Eala was still just a name mentioned as a promising young talent. Top 150 WTA. A few qualifying wins. The occasional upset in a small tournament. But in 2025, she completely rewrote the script. The Miami Open this past March was the explosion. No one, and I mean no one, expected her to make it past the second round. But Alex had other plans. Match after match, she dismantled big names with heavy baseline strikes from both wings, incredible court coverage, and what Filipinos call puso, fighting heart. By the time she reached the Miami Open semifinals, the entire tennis world was watching. Here was a 20-year-old from the Philippines, a nation not exactly famous for tennis, standing toe-to-toe with the world's top players. And she wasn't just participating, she was dominating. But that wasn't even the emotional peak. Last month, at the SEA Games in Thailand, with the weight of an entire nation on her shoulders, Alex Eala won the gold medal, ending a painful 26-year drought for the Philippines. When she hit that final point, the celebration wasn't just about a medal. It was about recognition. It was about proving talent can come from anywhere. It was about inspiring a generation of Filipino kids to pick up a racket and dare to dream big. Alex Eala isn't just a tennis player anymore. She's a national hero, a global symbol of persistence, and living proof that dedication plus heart can overcome any obstacle. And clearly, that is exactly what caught the attention of one of the most powerful men on earth. Why Bezos was watching. A billionaire not looking for a star. He was looking for a soul. Now here is the interesting point most people don't know. Jeff Bezos, the man running the world's largest e-commerce empire, the man who owns his own spaceship, turns out to follow tennis in the rare moments he has free time. But he doesn't watch Grand Slam highlights. He doesn't watch established champions. He was looking for something else, something more authentic. According to several sources near Blue Origin, Bezos spent the last few months searching for players who embody the purest fighting spirit. Those who represent the future of the sport. Those who have the intangibles that go far beyond statistics and rankings. And in Alex Eala, with her explosive playstyle paired with genuine off-court humility, Bezos clearly found exactly what he wanted. But why? Why would a billionaire care about a young player from the Philippines? This is something most mainstream media missed. Bezos didn't just want to host a typical charity tennis match where millionaires hit softballs and pose for cameras. He wanted to create an event with real meaning, something life-changing. To do that, he needed the face of the tournament to be more than just a famous superstar. He needed someone who embodied the exact values this event wants to convey: hope, resilience, and the strength of the human spirit. Alex Eala, the 20-year-old girl who just ended a 26-year wait for an entire nation, was the perfect answer. But the question remains, how important could a private meeting in Seattle be? And why did Bezos need to set up a secret meeting in a facility worth tens of millions of dollars? Let me take you inside the room where it all happened. The meeting, inside the glass court. A room worth tens of millions of dollars, and a girl who had no idea who she was about to meet. Location, Seattle, Washington. The city where Bezos built his empire. Where Amazon transformed from an online bookstore into a global giant. Although Bezos has spent a lot of time in Miami lately, for an event as important as this, he returned to his roots. The venue? What internal sources call the Glass Court, a brand new indoor tennis facility with stunning architecture that looks like it belongs in the year 2050. This isn't a renovated basketball arena. This is a bespoke stadium built with a single purpose: to host high-caliber charity events with transparent walls that create the illusion of playing tennis among the clouds. Just building this facility cost tens of millions of dollars. And most people didn't even know it existed until this story broke. Alex was flown in via private jet. According to sources close to her management team, she truly believed she was attending a standard promotional event or perhaps meeting potential new sponsors. Professional athletes do these appearances all the time. Sign some autographs, take some photos, maybe hit a few balls for the camera, then go home. She had absolutely no idea she was walking into a room with one of the most influential figures in modern history. When Alex arrived at the facility, she immediately felt something was different. Security was extremely tight. The air was thick with an energy she'd never experienced at standard sponsor meetings. There were whispers spreading among the staff, mysterious comments about other legends who might be involved. And here is the unconfirmed but incredibly exciting part. There are rumors, and I emphasize unverified rumors, that Rafael Nadal, Alex's mentor from her years training at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, personally blessed this meeting and might even participate in the tournament. Imagine that. Rafa Nadal and his student together in a charity event backed by one of the richest people in the world. When Alex finally walked into the main conference room, the scene was surreal. There was Jeff Bezos, surrounded by a phalanx of executives, lawyers, and event coordinators. And the presentation that followed was unlike anything Alex had ever experienced in her young career. The offer, $5 million on the table. The price of kindness, $5 million just to show up. Bezos, speaking with the same intensity as when he runs his businesses, presented his vision for something unprecedented. He announced plans for an ultra-exclusive charity tennis tournament unlike anything the sporting world has ever seen. This wasn't a celebrity tennis match where millionaires hit softballs and pose for cameras. This was serious. The stated mission: to raise an absolutely staggering amount of money, potentially hundreds of millions, specifically targeted at children fighting life-threatening illnesses. We're talking about pediatric cancer research, treating congenital heart disease, funding therapies for rare genetic disorders, the kind of medical challenges that devastate families both emotionally and financially. Bezos explained that he wanted to create an event that would capture global attention, not just because of the tennis or the celebrities involved, but because of the cause itself, and to ensure the tournament would generate headlines worldwide from the moment it was announced. He needed the most exciting young talent in tennis at the center of it. That was when Jeff Bezos turned his full attention to Alex. According to witnesses in the room, the billionaire looked directly at her and spoke with sincere emotion. He said he had watched her career carefully, that he was impressed not just by her powerful forehand and explosive athleticism, but by something deeper. He told Alex that she embodied the resilience and fighting spirit these sick children needed to see. That her story of overcoming obstacles and representing her country with pride was exactly the kind of inspiration that could bring hope to families going through unimaginable trials. Then came the moment everyone in the room was waiting for. Bezos pushed a contract across the table. The figure on that contract was almost incomprehensible for an appearance fee at a charity tournament. $5 million. Let that number sink in for a moment. $5 million just to show up and play tennis. That is more prize money than winners receive at some Grand Slams. That is generational wealth for a young athlete from a developing nation, where $5 million could support her entire extended family for decades, where it could fund every aspect of her training and travel for the rest of her career without ever worrying about finding a sponsor. This was a life-changing sum of money. The conference room was completely silent. You could actually hear the air conditioning. Alex's eyes went wide. Her hands shook slightly as she looked at the contract. The executives in the room were already smiling, preparing themselves for the press release, ready to open the champagne and celebrate securing the tournament's main star. In their minds, this was a done deal. Who would ever say no to Jeff Bezos? Who turns down $5 million? But what happened next would change everything. The rejection, the moment that broke a billionaire. "I can't take this money." The words that made a billionaire cry. Alex sat there for what felt like an eternity, though it was probably only 30 seconds. She looked at the number again, then up at Bezos, then back at the contract. Everyone expected her to ask a question, sign, or perhaps negotiate for even more money or ask for additional perks, like private travel or luxury accommodations. Instead, what happened next completely stunned everyone in that room. Alex took a deep breath and asked if she could speak frankly. Bezos, perhaps expecting questions about the payment schedule or media obligations, nodded. Then, this 20-year-old tennis player from the Philippines did something that will be remembered longer than any title she ever wins. Her voice was calm despite the gravity of the moment. She thanked Bezos for the incredible honor, acknowledging how humbled she felt to be considered for such an event. And then she said something that changed everything. She told Bezos that she could not, in good conscience, accept $5 million to play a sport she loves when the purpose of the event was to help children fighting for their lives. Let me repeat that. Alex Eala, a girl from a developing nation where $5 million is the fortune of an entire generation, just said she couldn't accept that money because it wasn't morally right. She explained that it didn't feel right to take that much money when it could instead actually save lives, fund research, provide treatment, or bring hope to families desperately searching for it. Alex made it clear that she absolutely wanted to participate in the tournament, that she would give her best effort on the court, that she would fight for every single point with the same intensity she brings to every match. But she didn't want an appearance fee. Her request was simple and devastating in its purity. She asked Bezos to take that entire $5 million appearance fee and add it directly to the charity donation pool. She suggested using it to build a hospital wing in the Philippines where medical infrastructure to treat children's diseases is desperately needed, or to create a fund to help Filipino families who cannot afford the medical treatment their children need. That was the exact moment when Jeff Bezos, a man famous for his demanding leadership style, relentless business acumen, and ability to negotiate billion-dollar deals without blinking, completely lost control. Multiple sources present in the room confirmed that tears actually fell from his eyes. This wasn't just a single tear he quickly wiped away. This was genuine emotion from someone who has likely negotiated thousands of deals worth trillions of dollars combined and never showed a crack in his armor. He actually had to turn away from the table for a moment to compose himself. When he turned back, witnesses say his voice was thick with emotion. Here was one of the most powerful people on the planet, someone who could fund space programs from his personal bank account, completely moved by the selfless gesture of a young athlete who just turned down more money than most people will see in their entire lives. Let that sink in. Aftermath. The internet explodes. When one act changes an entire culture. The aftermath of that meeting is still unfolding right now, and developments are coming fast. Since this story leaked about 45 minutes ago, social media has completely exploded. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Every platform is being flooded with reactions. The hashtag #AlexHeart is trending at #1 globally, surpassing major political news and entertainment stories. The Filipino community worldwide is celebrating this moment with a pride that goes far beyond sports. People are sharing their own stories of being inspired by Alex. Parents are showing their children videos of her matches while explaining why character is more important than money. And tennis fans who had never heard of Alex before today are now researching her career and becoming instant supporters. But here is where this story takes another incredible turn. New reports are coming in right now, literally as this information is being compiled. And you won't believe this. Alex's gesture has clearly started a domino effect that no one anticipated. We are hearing unconfirmed but increasingly credible reports from sources connected to the tournament that other potential invitees are hearing about what Alex did and are reconsidering their own terms of participation. There are rumors, and I want to emphasize these are still unconfirmed, that the tennis legends being approached for this event, potentially including names like Roger Federer and Serena Williams, are now discussing whether they should also waive their appearance fees in solidarity with Alex's decision. Let that sink in. If this turns out to be true, if established legends worth hundreds of millions of dollars start following the lead of a 20-year-old player from the Philippines, we are witnessing a cultural shift in how charity sporting events operate. Alex Eala didn't just agree to participate in a tournament. She has potentially changed the entire philosophy behind how elite athletes approach charity work. And now, here's the most beautiful part of this entire story. Bezos' response: when a billionaire gets schooled in values. 5 million becomes 10 million, and this is just the beginning. Multiple sources are now confirming that Jeff Bezos was so deeply moved by Alex's decision that he made an executive decision right there in that conference room. Instead of simply accepting the refusal of her $5 million fee, Bezos reportedly turned to his financial team and instructed them not only to donate the initial $5 million in Alex's name, he added an additional $5 million of his own. That means Alex's gesture immediately generated $10 million for pediatric medical charities. $10 million that will fund research, provide treatment, build facilities, and save lives. According to those who witnessed this moment, Bezos looked at his group with tears still in his eyes and said something to the effect of, "This is exactly why Alex Eala is a true champion. That anyone can teach a tennis player how to hit a forehand, but you cannot teach the kind of soul and character that Alex displayed in that moment." But the impact doesn't stop there. The charity tournament now taking shape has the potential to be the largest sporting charity event of a decade. And here is the interesting thing. It won't be big because a billionaire is sponsoring it, although that certainly helps. It won't be big because of whatever other tennis legends eventually join, although that will draw attention. This event will be massive because it is anchored by a young Filipino athlete who made a decision that touched everyone's hearts. The story isn't about money or star power. The story is about values. And that is the kind of story that transcends sports and reaches people who might not even follow tennis. And if legends like Federer and Serena actually join and waive their appearance fees, if this becomes the new standard for high-level charity events, then Alex Eala, at age 20, won't just be a great tennis player. She will be the person who changed the way elite athletes use their platforms for the greater good. The bigger picture, what this represents. This isn't just about tennis, it's about redefining success. So what does all of this mean for the wider tennis world and the sports industry in general? This story is a powerful reminder that the best tennis goes far beyond rankings and prize money. It speaks to the character of the individuals who play the game. Alex Eala spent her formative developmental years at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain, learning from one of the greatest champions in tennis history. Rafa Nadal is famous not just for his incredible achievements on the court, but for his humility, his grace in victory and defeat, and his genuine character off the court. Today, Alex proved that she absorbed more than just technical skills. During those years, she learned about humility, about using one's platform and privilege for good, about understanding that with talent comes responsibility. This is Rafa's legacy extending through the next generation. And it is wonderful to witness. But there is something even bigger going on here. In a world increasingly driven by greed, where athletes frequently strike for bigger contracts and influencers chase every possible revenue stream, Alex Eala did something that seems almost impossible. She placed values over money, purpose over profit, and in doing so, she reminded everyone in that room, and now millions around the world, of the true meaning of sports. This isn't just about tennis. This is about redefining success in an age that usually measures everything by bank balances. Alex Eala proved that real impact, real influence, comes from what you do with your platform, not just what you earn from it. And that, my friends, is a lesson that every athlete, every influencer, every person with a platform needs to hear. The legacy being written. The revolution has just begun, and you are witnessing it. So that is the story, folks. The story of how a 20-year-old girl from the Philippines made one of the most powerful billionaires in the world cry by doing what most people would consider impossible, turning down $5 million because it was the right thing to do. We will be following every development of this story closely in the coming days and weeks. There are still many unanswered questions. Will this tournament be broadcast globally? Which other players will eventually join? Will we see Alex face off against some of the biggest names in tennis on this spectacular glass court facility in Seattle? How will the donated funds be allocated? Will there be a hospital wing or medical facility named in honor of Alex's gesture? And perhaps most importantly, how many children's lives will be positively impacted because a young athlete made a decision based on conscience rather than compensation? This is the kind of story that reminds us why we love sports in the first place. It isn't really about the trophies or the rankings, although those things are certainly important and worth celebrating. It's about moments like this, when someone uses their platform to make a real difference, when character is revealed under pressure, when doing the right thing is chosen even when the easy thing is right in front of you. Alex Eala is only 20 years old, but she just taught a lesson in integrity that people double or triple her age could learn from. Now, I need to hear from you. What do you think about Alex Eala's incredible decision? Would you have enough strength to turn down $5 million in that situation? Do you think this moment will inspire other professional athletes to reconsider how they approach charity events and use their platforms for good? Drop all your thoughts, reactions, and emotions in the comments below because I truly read every single one of them. And I love hearing your perspective on these amazing stories. If this moving story touched you even a fraction as much as it touched me, then hit like right now. And if you want to follow more stories like this, stories of the human behind the racket, of values that go far beyond the scoreboard, then subscribe to Pro Tennis 360 now. Until next time, keep that fighting spirit alive, keep supporting the athletes who represent the best of sports, and keep swinging. This is Pro Tennis 360, where tennis meets the heart.